Wow. No, Finn. This is your fault. Here's what happened. In winter time, when we were not sure if we should order more plants, more seeds, more dahlia tubers, or more bare root roses like this, we turned to our flower friend and asked her a question and show her photo asking, "Oh, should I buy this English rose David Austin? That's so beautiful." Oh my God, that's so beautiful. I never seen beautiful roses like that ever in my life. It's going to make your garden so beautiful. You're gonna love it. You're gonna enjoy it. Just order it. That doesn't help, right? And sometimes we turn to our husband and we ask him, these roses are so expensive. Should we buy them? I mean, you know, every husband knows that they cannot say no, right? So they would say, "Honey, do whatever make you happy. I'm supportive of you." And that doesn't help too. I mean, except that, you know, he give us his credit card. That helps a little bit. Anyway, the work is here. And now we like a little bit overwhelming. And yeah, you know what? Let's stop complaining and get things done. So I'm gonna unbox this David Austin roses. I believe this is like 5 plants, but the box is very light. Of course, this is what I want to see. Beautiful photos. Oh. No, that's not that beautiful. That's the bare root. Hello. To be honest with you, I forgot which variety I ordered. They have this. Okay. 6 roses. Wow. Oh. You can plant from January to May depending on your zone. In my zone 7, I'm planting them now. Where to plant? Give them some sun, ideally 4 hours of sunlight a day. I disagree. I think it should be 6 hours at least. Give them more space so they don't suffer from intense competition from neighbor plant. Step 1. Hydrate your bare root roses for 2 hours. Step 2. Dig over the soil thoroughly. Come on. Step 3. Using a spade, dig a hole big enough for the root. Okay, that makes sense. Step 4. Using a fork, break up the soil. Here are my secrets to have my roses grow very fast, very strong, and bloom beautifully. I take out everything from the growing spot, at least 6 square feet. Get rid of everything. And then dig very big hole, take out all the soil, and then fill the bottom with organic mushroom compost or well-rotten manure compost or any kind of rich compost, like very rich, and then add some organic fertilizer. I use rose tone from Epsoma. Okay, this works best for me. And then mix the bottom together, and then plant the rose on top of that, and then backfill the hole with okay, the soil that you take out, half of it, and then half compost, and then soil, and then compost. Just a lot of compost, the more the better. I am going to plant 3 of the bare root roses here in my cut flower row because to be honest with you, I run out of room. And the second benefit is that if I plant them in my, flower border, my ornamental border, I would feel guilty when I cut them, take away the beauty from the garden. So I plant them here. Whenever I cut them from my bouquet, I don't feel guilty. Because this is my production cut flower spot, I already have a lot of compost here, so I don't have to add more compost. Just have to dig the hole as big as possible, then mix in the compost at the bottom. This is not the ideal spot for roses because it doesn't get a lot of sunlight, but well, let's see if David Austin is accurate, 4 hours sunlight. Although, because it's underneath this tree, also there are a lot of tree roots here. So I'm gonna try to dig the hole as big as possible to get rid of the roots and to make sure that my rose, have their own room for nutrient. And worst case scenario, if they don't do well, I can just move them somewhere else that they get more sun and not competing for nutrient. And I did it before last month with my roses that I planted in the front and then underneath the tree and doesn't get a lot of sunlight. Remember that the most important part of the rose are the roots, okay? If the roots are healthy, if the roots is viable, you can transplant them as many times as you can. You just have to repeat this, oh my God, hard work process to dig the hole and add compost and fertilizer. Now add some compost back in. Here the compost is black, right? And this is clay. It has mineral and nutrient, but compost has more nutrient for them and also help retain water better. And same idea for planting roses in a pot like this. Okay, a lot of compost and fertilizer, but also add some medium that will help retain water, something like potting mix or peat moss. I use peat moss because they are cheaper, and I am going to add a lot of compost in mushroom compost in this pot anyway, so they should have enough nutrient. In the other video, I was joking about adding cat poop as my secret ingredient for beautiful roses in a planter. Guys, some of us really believe that you really need to add cat poop. No, you don't have to add cat poop in your planter. But I add cat poop because the cats that live in my backyard, they poop on my compost pile, and I think it's a good compost, the cat poop, but don't add cat poop in your vegetables or anything that you eat. It can contain some kind of bacteria or whatever disease, okay? But I add cat poop here in my planter because I'm not gonna eat these roses. Step 5. When planting both bare root and potted roses, remove them carefully from the bucket. We have to be careful, yeah. Step 6. Position the rose in the center of the hole. The bottom of the stem should sit 2 inches below the top of the hole. This one a little controversial. Oh my gosh, I have to dig a lot deeper. Wow. Gonna squeeze it in. I'm gonna lay it sideways like that. Well, it is what it is. Okay, let it take this root out. Gonna spread the roots out a little bit. Come on. Yep. So they have more room to grow. Don't smush into each other. Step 7, mix a further 2 spadefuls. What is spadefuls? Of either compost soil improver or well-rotten manure. Yeah, agree. Compost. My God, plastic. Okay. These irises have to go. Bye-bye. A little bit more fertilizer. Oh, that's a lot. Top dress with a little bit more compost. It's not gonna hurt anything. I like to mulch my roses with compost, and then I just cover it with, anything that I have, maybe like dry leaves or maybe a little bit of wood chips, just to help retain the moisture in the soil and regulate the temperature in the soil. And that's back to my point again, that the most important thing for roses are the nutrients in the soil. Step 8, water the rose well. Well, that's common sense, right? Usually I would soak the rose with garden hose, like the water hose, like a lot of water, like gallons of water. But it's gonna rain all day today and tomorrow, so this is it. That's enough. It's gonna be a lot easier to plant this Queen Elizabeth. I mean just Elizabeth, but they name it after Queen Elizabeth. And the reason why I plant Elizabeth here in the planter, because the rose behind me on coming rose here are yellow roses, Graham Thomas. So, I just want some contrast. Oh, you see the roots? That is the indication of good health. Should take out some more soil. What if I touch cat poop here? Go.
I thought I was long since over and done with you. Was so certain I had left it all behind. But somehow it figures you stuck to my heart like glue. So here we go again, pressing rewind. My dream materialized. There were you. I'm struggling to realize it's true. Straight from the love dimension, a cosmic intervention. There's something from nothing, out of thin air.
Ah!
Down in the secret conference room, emotions are running high. With each side arguing their stand.
So year 1 gonna go this big, year 2 this big, year 3 this big. But my way year 2 can be this big. How deep you plant your bare root roses can be a little controversial. I like to plant my bare root roses to have the stem bury about 2 inches below the ground level because I am a big fan of David Austin and I am going to do whatever they tell me to do. That also makes sense to me because in winter time here in New Jersey or in England, it can be a little cold. In my area, the temperature in some weeks can go down to like 10 degrees Fahrenheit. In some days can go down to 0 degrees Fahrenheit. It's pretty cold and we don't want our roses roots to get freeze and then die. Okay, if you are in a colder climate like me, and your roses don't come back from winter time, you probably considering plant new roses a little bit deeper and also maybe put mulch, a lot of mulch on top of your roses to protect them in winter. But at the same time, some people said you should not bury them too deep because it can introduce disease or the roots can rot or the rose can get too much water or something. I feel like that can be true if you live in a little wet climate or warmer climate. I think so. But I am doing 2 inches below the ground and I have success before with the David Austin roses behind me here. So I am going to continue doing what I am doing. To build a trellis or a support for your coming roses can be pretty simple by asking your husband to help you. Okay, don't even bother to do it yourself. It's too complicated. If he doesn't help you, maybe you should start crying. If he still doesn't help you, start screaming. If he still doesn't help you, make it a big deal as much as possible. But if that still doesn't work, maybe you should start doing it yourself, okay? But you have to make a mess all over the place and then he will realize that he make a mistake and he will regret and then he will help you. I'm just kidding. So here I'll show you how I do it. Actually how my husband did it. This is a T-post or a garden stake that you can get it from home improvement store. And that's a piece of wood that you can get from a home improvement store too. Paint it white. Then screw it together like this. If the wood is not long enough, you can use this thing, okay, to stick it together. And that's what you get, pretty simple.
Oh.